This opening picture means, although we are not complete ourselves, we still create others. As teachers and parents, we sow morals and values into the character of their beings with our words and actions, even though we ourselves are flawed. Greetings, darlings. Welcome to my channel, Authentic Beauty Handmade Dolls. I am Cassandra George Sturgis, and today I'm going to show you how to attach your arms to your beaded cloth doll. I am so excited, with my granddaughter and my puppy and my job, and with YouTube now, you need to be consistent. It's kind of hard for me to glam up, and I know you probably don't care. So anyway, I'm not done with her. Usually when I make a doll, I record. Well, come on, usually I've only made 2 prior to this, but I typically record as I'm making the doll. But with Shaka, I couldn't do it. I had to concentrate, so I have to remake her. So I'm still in the process of making her, and this is what I have so far. And I'm also in the process of, let me turn off this light. I am coming up with a way to make eyes using hot glue. So I don't know if you'll be able to see these. See this? There we go. My camera has refocused. So isn't that cute? Was that cute? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so I'm working on that right now. I want to perfect it, and so far I had to totally remake her, and she has these eyes I made out of hot glue, and this is probably not going to be her lips. These are just some lips, extra lips that I had around, but I would definitely show you guys how to make the lips for the doll. And again, when you are making your doll, alter the pattern to fit your personality and your style, because to me, doll making is like cooking. It's so personal. Like for me, I like, everything exaggerated, and but you don't have to do that. But anyway, in this video, I want to tell you, hold on a second. So because I was unable to record Shaka as I was making her, I had to restart another doll. And in this doll, I don't know, when you do something a second time, it always gets better, look at those dimples. Oh my God. Yeah, it's hard for me to see. And I was able to make her better in so many ways. And I'm using some different joints for her, different beads, as you can see here. I love these beads. But you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Can I get a close-up here? Maybe? Because I can't see that well, guys. These beads are difficult. Yes, let me see if I can show you here. They're a little difficult to put the needle through. The wood beads are a lot easier, but I think they're gorgeous, and I can't wait to see her. And I do feel I'm going to end up probably making just one more doll, like a lighter complexion, just for diversity. But anyway, guys, I don't want to hold you up, but in this video, I'm going to show you how to attach the arms to the doll and to her elbow. And in the next video, we're going to go over how to do her hands, how to make them, and how to attach them. And I want you to also make sure that you use an upholstery thread. And I don't like, there's another kind of thread like a cotton that I really don't like, because it doesn't pull, it tears your fabric. But this upholstery thread, it has like a coating on it, so it works really well. So you're just going to need this, and I also use some pliers to help me pull the needle through, especially with this type of joint. But with the wooden joints, you don't need to worry about that. And you can use the pony beads for the hair. They also make really pretty joints, which you'll see in some of the photos later. I think that's all. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel. Please like, share, and make comments in the box. In the comment box below, I do read them, and I will answer any questions that you have. And I want to thank all of my subscribers that I currently have. I just want you to know, guys, you rock. You rock. Thank you. Your comments keep me inspired, keep me working hard. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next. The first thing you want to do is download the pattern at authenticbeautymagazine.com, or you can go to my Jungle Beauty Goddess blog spot to download the pattern. When you download the pattern and cut it out, you would want to trace it onto a poster board. The dollar store sells poster boards 2 for $1, which is pretty awesome. Or you can put it on a file folder or any type of, maybe a cereal box. I just like my patterns to be clean, but I don't think it really matters. But you do want something with some weight so that when you trace around it, it can be very accurate. I also like to place some, what do you call it, invisible tape, or the tape that you use like when you're wrapping Christmas gifts or birthday gifts. Just put a couple in the bottom so it will hold your pattern onto the fabric so that you will not make any mistakes while you're tracing it. In the video here, I am using Jelly Roll pens. I cannot say enough about them. They do not bleed to the other side, and you're able to trace the pattern with accuracy. After I cut off the excess fabric, the first thing I personally like to do is write down where the openings are supposed to be. Because once you start sewing either by hand or with your sewing machine, it's very easy to forget the part that you intended to leave open. So as you can see for this doll, I'm leaving the openings right at the shoulder for one, and the middle part of the bottom arm, because even when you ladder stitch, sometimes it changes the shape. Now I'm going to hand sew and carefully trace the markings on the fabric. I know that's insane. You can actually use your sewing machine, and I probably will for the next few dolls, but I like the curve of the elbow and the curve of the muscle in the shoulder. And sometimes when I'm using my sewing machine, like I said before, I get very excited and I want it to go by faster, but when I'm sewing, it carries a different energy for me, and I like to follow the markings with as much accuracy as possible. Now that I have sewn around the cloth doll pattern, I'm going to carefully cut it out. I am now carefully turning the sewn doll pattern inside out. I use a wooden dowel to push out certain parts, like the points that are going to connect the top portion of the arm to the bottom portion of the arm, and also to round out the muscles. I know the openings may seem to be a little small, but I prefer to have a small opening because the smaller the opening is, it maintains the shape of the doll's body part. although ladder stitching works like a charm, it still alters the shape a little bit. And for some things, I am a little bit of a perfectionist. I just want it to look as sharp as possible. I am now stuffing the doll's arms with fiberfill. I prefer Morning Glory or Mountain Mist fiberfill. They are the absolute best. The fiberfill is very dense and it gets into the nooks and cranny of the doll pattern, and it doesn't have that spongy feeling like the regular fiberfill. With other fiberfill, it's going to be lumpy and it's not going to have that nice smooth finish. So again, Morning Glory or Mountain Mist are the only fiberfills that I use for any of my dolls to give it that nice taut feel and look. I use the dowel to help push the fiberfill into the points of the doll's arm. The mood that you are in is going to affect how the fiberfill looks inside the doll, even when you use the best fiberfill. So if you're in a really anxious mood or filled with anxiety, it's going to be lumpy and it's not going to work. So just make sure that you're really relaxed when you're making your doll. Now that I have stuffed the doll's arms, I am going to ladder stitch the openings carefully. I am also making sure that in the top portion of the arm, I am using my dowel to stick out those little points because I am going to connect my beads to those points. Now that all of the cloth doll's arm parts have been sewn, stuffed, and ready to be connected to the doll's body, so the first thing I'm going to do is knot my thread. And I know there are ways to hide the knot of the thread, but for some reason I like to see my knot. Is that weird? Well, anyway, I think it gives me confidence. So I'm putting the knot on the inside so that it doesn't show on the outside. And I'm going to go ahead and go inside of the point, and then I'm going to go through the bead and then back through the next point and back and forth until it feels secure. I go through the bead and the points of the arm at least 2 or 3 times. Now I would like to do it a little bit more. I think that's just a part of me being obsessive, but I think that's all that's necessary with this upholstery thread. And with these type of beads, it's very difficult to get through, and I probably don't have as much space. I am now attaching the bead to the forearm using the same process. Once I secure the bead to the forearm, I am now ready to add the bottom portion of her arm. Now, in order to make sure that there is not too much space between the bead and the fabric, take your needle and go up a little bit further on the point and then down again inside. I hope that makes sense, because I didn't want too much space in there. So now I'm using the same process, in through the point, through the bead, through the next point, out and back in again, to attach the bottom portion of the arm to your cloth doll. Falling in love with her. This is when I fall in love with my dolls. They start coming to life and I'm just like, oh my God, aren't you gorgeous? I am now going to do the other arm. I've sped the video considerably, but usually when I'm doing something, I like to watch people do it a couple times before I do it. I'm struggling a little bit to get the needle inside of this bead. Again, like I said before, the holes are pretty small in this particular design. So I use some pliers. I think they're jewelry pliers. I don't think it matters, to help pull the thread through. I'm not sure which design I like best, the wood beads or the fancy beads with the little like little fake diamonds on them. In the comment box below, tell me which beads do you like, the wood beads with the design or these beads here. This completes part 3 on how to make this bead jointed cloth doll. I hope you enjoyed this project. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share this video. And in the next video, I will show you how to make her hands and to attach them to her body. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next project.